everyone, welcome to Scott Reviews Things in 4.5 minutes. And what am I looking at this time? I'm looking at the book Sackhead, the definitive retrospective of Friday the 13th Part 2 by R.G. Henning. There you go, take a look at that book. There's R.G. on the back. Now, I like horror movies. I'm not a giant horror movie buff, but I love niche. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I love niche, and you do not get more niche than this. This is a deep dive into the second movie in the Friday the 13th franchise. I know we've had documentaries like His Name Was Jason and Camp Crystal Lake Memories, both the coffee table book and the video, the DVD. But this is a work of love, and this is a fantastic book about one movie that came out in 1981. You do not get more niche than this. And I'll tell you something, after I read this book, I immediately went and watched the movie. Reading this book will make you want to, I'm going to say, if you've watched the movie before, it's going to make you want to watch it again. If you haven't watched it, seeing this is going to make you want to watch it and then pick out all the stuff that you've found out in the book. The book it's part biography, part fiction, and part question and answer. So it's a real well-rounded book. Each character from the movie gets their own chapter, which is very, very nice. So RH does not scrimp on anybody. Everybody, no matter whether they were the final girl, Amy Steele, or Crazy Ralph, everybody gets their chapter. And there was a lot of research done on this, so every character in their chapter gets a short bio. The character themselves get a bio. It gives you a little background on each character. And then you get to hear from the actor who played the character, or if the actor has since passed, you get to hear stories about the actor. And then at the end of every chapter, you get Ron will present you with questions that have been surrounding this movie for all the time, for this 40 plus years it's been out. He will present you with questions, and then he will answer those questions. It's a very, very satisfying book. It kicks over all the stones in the Friday the 13th Part 2 movie, Friday the 13th Part 2 lore, kicks over all those stones, and you get in-depth research about this movie. I can't recommend it more. There are some things, there's a couple of things in the book, I don't want to spoil them, but there's a couple of things in the book which only appear in this book. They haven't appeared in anything else. They haven't appeared in any documentaries. They haven't appeared in any other books. They only appear in this book. So if you are a Friday the 13th fan, you are going to want to pick up this book. If you are a horror movie fan, you are going to want to pick up this book. What this book does is, horror movies themselves, especially in the 80s and especially the slasher genre, have been treated with tons and tons of disrespect. They've just been labeled garbage by critics. The critics didn't take them seriously. And what this book does is it gives Friday the 13th, the movie, the respect it deserves. And it also goes into all the blood, pardon the pun, all the blood and all the sweat and all the tears that went into making this movie. And it's a Paramount movie, it's a real movie. What it does is it makes you appreciate the horror genre more. And it makes you appreciate that people love the horror genre, and it makes you appreciate that.
Thanks much.
I don't want to scare anyone, but I'm going to give it to you straight about Jason. His body was never recovered from the lake after he drowned. And if you listen to the old-timers in town, they'll tell you he's still out there. Some sort of demented creature. Surviving in the wilderness. Full grown by now.